We are 3 weeks out from the Legends EA DLC, and we have the entire list of Pokemon that are going to be receiving new evolutions. Depending on how you look at this could be, and we'll break it all down, this is anywhere between 19 and 23 brand new Mega Evolutions in this DLC. A couple of them we already know about. This list right here of new Mega Evolutions were pulled from the data mine of Legends EA, and now, because we got a couple trailers, and we got a new trailer this week, a couple of these Pokemon are already confirmed, right? So I guess what I want to do today is break down these new Megas. I want to go over these, but we also have a list of all returning Pokemon, right? Some of these new Pokemon, not new, but some of these returning Pokemon are also contain returning Mega Evolutions, which is really cool. And there's a lot of Generation 9 representation, a lot of Generation 8 representation. I always find it interesting to see when there's a new generation, how those Pokemon and which Pokemon are going to make it for the roster for the following game, right? Because they're no longer new Pokemon, they're returning Pokemon. So I want to take a look at all of this today. And also, this is what I want to figure out. What Pokemon are they going to reveal in the trailer that we're getting on the 19th? That's literally in 3 days, depending on when you're watching this. So first off, we got Raichu, Mega Raichu, and it's getting two. It's getting 2 Mega Evolutions. So we got Raichu X and Raichu Y. Really cool to see that join the ranks of Charizard and Mewtwo to receive 2 Mega Evolutions. Chimecho was on this list, and we got the reveal of Mega Chimecho. I'm really happy with it. It gets an additional Steel typing, and it's a really cute design. Really calling back to actually both of these Pokemon, Raichu and Chimecho, call back to their previous evolutionary stages. I'll skip ahead to Staraptor. Staraptor is going to be getting a Mega Evolution, which is really cool. This is one of the... I guess I've never liked Staraptor too much when it's next to, like, Talonflame or Swellow. I don't know. There's a lot... There's It's not my favorite bird Pokemon because I think of the hair. The hair is kind of stupid. But what's really cool about Staraptor is that it always kind of had a fighting type. Or kind of an honorary fighting type. Or I guess I feel like I'm predicting that this Mega Staraptor is going to get a fighting type. It'll become fighting flying type because of its ability. Or its the ability to use the move Close Combat. Which, even in Generation 4, always felt like one of its signature moves. So I am excited to see what they do with it. I think that red color in its hair is probably going to be exemplified in some way or kind of like extended. And I think the red color is going to represent its, the fighting type, which is cool. We do have these 3 Pokemon here. I've covered this many times, and I think this is so tough. We've got Absol, Garchomp, and Lucario. These 3 Pokemon are going to be receiving new evolutions. I am assuming that these Pokemon, these new Mega Evolutions, these second Mega Evolutions are going to be called not X and Y forms, right? Because you got to remember that Absol, Garchomp, Lucario, they already have Megas in the base game of Legends EA, and they are considered the standard format. I think these 3 evolutionary lines are going to be Mega Z forms. That's what I think. I feel like that's a pretty safe bet. And it could go one of 2 ways. We've got, I guess my theory is that at the end of the game, at the end of Legends EA, right, we see what looks like fireworks going off above Lumio City, above the tower, fired off from Ange Floette. And what I think that is the creation of new Mega Evolutionary Stones. And so I think some of these new Mega Evolutions that we're going to be seeing are new Megas that are just found in the regular world, but I also think some of them are, because they're getting scattered across Kalos, but I also think these Mega Evolutions are going to be found, obviously, in the Mega Dimension, in Hyperspace Lumios. And so, Absol, Garchomp, Lucario, they're not found normally in our world, but in the Mega Dimension, that's where they exist, and I think that's really fun. I think that's, like, a lot of fun. I'm assuming Absol is going to get just like a color swap. It's going to have white accents and then like a black fur. Garchomp, I think it could potentially get a water type to call back to the fact that it's a shark. It could get a flying type because it literally jets around. And I've also seen some really cool art. People have depicted Garchomp to get, where is it right here? People have depicted Garchomp to receive a fire type, and that's a lot of fun as well. And then Lucario, I feel like I want to put money on Lucario being a ghost type, but if I was able to control this, I would give Lucario a dragon type 100%. For the aura. Volcanion is going to be getting a new Mega Evolution. Darkrai is going to be getting a new Mega Evolution. And I don't have much to say about them other than the fact that it's kind of weird that these two random Gen 4 Pokemon are going to be getting something. I really want to see Volcanion get a Mega Evolution. There's this really cool art by Bulby Boy on Twitter. And they depict this Mega Volcanion. And this just would be so much clean. This would be so much better. Wouldn't that be awesome? There's actually a lot of legendary Pokemon on this list. Golurk is getting a new Mega Evolution. I believe the crack on its chest is going to break away, unleashing this ghostly energy, like this creature within it, right? Literally the definition of Mega Evolution. We've got the two Meowstic getting Megas, and I think they're going to get the Pyroar treatment. I think we're going to see one evolution for both of these Pokemon that kind of take inspiration and fuse the colors of both the male and female designs. Crabominable is going to be getting a new Mega Evolution, and I think this thing is going to be a sleeper favorite. I think Crabominable is going to maybe shed its, maybe it keeps the ice type, but I think it's going to shed the ugly. I think it's going to become an absolute brute. And also my theory is that because it has like this weird yellow hair, I think it'd be really cool to see, right? And its whole thing is that it punches with these giant fists. I think we're going to see the fighting master Ivor in Legends EA get one of these mega Crabominables, and it's literally two blonde dummies punching things to solve their problems. Like, come on, that's gotta happen. Golisopod's on this list. Magearna is on this list. Zeraora is on this list. I think those are all going to be pretty basic. I'm hoping Magearna ties into the lore a little bit. And, okay, we also have Scovillain. I talked about this in another video. I really want to see Scovillain do something big. Get a tail, become more draconic. It's going to get some more heads. Scovillain is probably going to be on my team if they don't ruin it. Glamora is also on this list. Baxcalibur, Mega Baxcalibur has been confirmed. And then we've got these three Tatsugiri. They're either going to make these three Tatsugiri all share one form. Maybe they turn into a sushi roll and each color is present and they get that Pyroar treatment. Or we see Tatsugiri get a new Mega Evolution that reflects its existing relationship with Dondozo. Maybe the rice on its belly expands to become, I've seen this really cool art where it's the rice on its belly expands to look like a giant Dondozo, right? Or maybe the rice covers this little Pokemon's body, and it's kind of like a Kangaskhan thing, except Tatsugiri is the baby, and then it grows something as a protective shield, like the mama Kangaskhan. These are all the megas that we're going to be seeing in the Legends EA DLC. However, I think there's even a possibility that we could see more Pokemon be added into the game beyond this list in not DLC, but just like in online ranked battles after the DLC, right? Because if they want to keep Legends EA active even after, even into the new year, what they could do is slowly drip feed some of these Pokemon, and give them access. Not these Pokemon, but like slowly drip feed new Mega Evolutions to us throughout the year. I've heard rumors that is going to be like they will be doing that model with the Hoenn Mega Evolutions, and I'm so pumped to get Mega Blaziken. But I think they could even go beyond that. So as far as what they're going to reveal on the 19th, let me think. I think, so they gave us a really cool Pokemon with Baxcalibur and a really sweet looking Pokemon with Chimecho. I think they could also give us a really cool Pokemon with Tatsugiri, who seems weird but also kind of cute. They could give us Tatsugiri, but then like what's the cool Pokemon that they give it with? They give us with it. They could give us Golurk maybe. That feels like a good pairing, or maybe Golisopod. because we actually have seen Golisopod in the trailer. That's a pairing I could probably get down with. Alternatively, they blow our minds and get us so excited for this game by giving us in basically debuting with maybe Absol, a Mega Absol Z, and because its color is going to be so different, that's like a way for them to very easily explain this new concept where Pokemon could have even more Mega Evolutions. Those are my two predictions for the night the 19th. And then we've got this whole list right here: Jigglypuff, Zubat, Meowth, Mankey, Farfetch'd, Cubone, Mr. Mime. I love to see Porygon on this list. The Quillfish line is going to be here. That's all for Gens 1 and 2. I mean, I got to be honest, nothing crazy here is sticking out to me as like I'm pumped to see, except for Porygon, because that means Porygon 2 and Porygon Z, which will be fun to have on my team. Those are some of my faves. Really pumped to see the Hoenn starters here and their Mega Evolutions. That's, again, going to be so great to I honestly, I love all the starters. I just love having them in ZA. Gulpin is on this list. We got Spoink. We got Zangoose and Seviper. Milotic and Feebas are here. That's pretty cool. It will be cool to get a Milotic. I love to see Kecleon. Like, that's kind of a weird Pokemon, just in general, and it will be fun to have that Pokemon in ZA, and I wonder with its, like, illusionary abilities, like, what kind of moves it might get. I feel like it could get, like, a lot of really confusing moves to basically have an advantage in battle. I think that could be really fun. Chimecho's obviously on this list. And we have a bunch of Hoenn legendaries, right? Latios, Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza, accompanied, like, each of those have a Mega or a Primal reversion form. And that is going to be so sick to play around with those. I think those Pokemon are going to be available as, like, or accessible through, like, Rogue Mega battles. And what we're going to do is, like, basically be in this, like, themed, like, think about Legends Arceus, like, when you fight off against all these Pokemon and, like, all these legendary Pokemon in the post game. It's so epic. I think we're going to see a similar thing like this. Starly's on this line, obviously, because Staraptor's getting a Mega. There's a lot of, Rotom's in this game. That's kind of fun. There's the, and then we got Heatran, Darkrai, like I said. We're moving on to Generation 5 with Purloin, Munna, Sock and Thrower on the list. Love to see Cofagrigus and that whole line, even the Galarian forms. That's cool. Fungus, Amoonguss is here. Cryogonal, Golurk, like I said. We get the French Swords of Justice. That is really cool because these Pokemon are obviously from the Unova region, but they have always felt, or they're inspired by the French tale of the Three Musketeers. And it would be kind of cool to see maybe in a couple months, like through ranked battle, they introduce post DLC. Oh, guess what? These little freaks, these deer are getting Mega Evolutions. Like, that would be kind of cool. And I guess some evidence is that Keldeo already has kind of like a Mega Evolution form where it just, like, becomes this, stronger version of itself. Like, that's something. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I feel like that would make a lot of sense. We also have, what is this? Meloetta is here. The Genesects are here, all of them. Genesect will be really cool in this game. Just seeing it, like, whip around behind you. It would be fast. That would be a lot of fun. Crabominable, Golisopod. Ooh. Palisand is here. Sandygast. That's cool. Mimikyu is on this list. Man, I wish we could get Pikachu in this game. We got, what else? Oh, Marshallow's on this list. Marshallow's going to be in the game. Marshadow is going to be in Legends EA, but unfortunately, damn. I mean, yeah, I would love to see it get a Mega Evolution. I guess I'm not convinced it could get a Mega, but the two other Mythicals in this game of Generation 7 are getting Megas. It's kind of a shame that Marshallow's not getting a Mega. We got Meltan and Melmetal. Corviknight, we've seen that. Nickit is here. Toxtricity is here. Clobbopus. Obviously, all these Galarian forms. Indeedee. We got, the Generation 8. What is this called? Morpeko? Dude, Cleavor. That's kind of fun to see Cleavor in this game. So we are going to be able to get Cleavor somehow. Okay, and then this is the Generation 9 Pokemon, and I think this is so cool. It's just cool because, you know, when Pokemon debut in a brand new game, that is the only context you have. But once those Pokemon start trickling out into other games, I don't know, it tickles my brain. It's nice to see, right? You know, it's like playing Black and White, where all these Gen 5 Pokemon are siloed, versus playing Black 2 and White 2 or X and Y, where all those weird Gen 5 Pokemon, they're like familiar friends now, and you get to see them in this new context. So we have the Fido line, all 4 Squawkabilly. I don't care. Why is Squawkabilly here? We did see in the trailer that the Knackley line would be in this game, and I love that. And this is a gut punch. Armarouge and Ceruledge, I love that they're in Legends EA. It's going to be so much fun to have these things run around me. My Ceruledge I used so much in Scarlet and Violet. It was my go-to, like, let's go Pokemon for defeating things in the overworld. But come on, Game Freak. Why do they not have Mega Evolutions? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my gosh. We've got the Dark Dog, Mabostiff. Can you guys hear the dogs right now? They're crying for me. I think their toy got stuck under the couch. What is this? Grafai is here. Obviously, Scovillain, Tinkatuff. It is okay. Pretty cool to see. I didn't think about this, but it's actually kind of weird to see Cyclizar outside of Paldea and removed from the 2 box legendaries. That's actually kind of weird. Cyclizar is going to be in Legends EA. Glamora, obviously. We have got Greavard. We've got Flamigo. Dondozo is in this game with the Tatsugiri. Annihilate is so sick to see. Baxcalibur has been confirmed. And honestly, it took me 3 years, but Golden Go, I'm actually pretty pumped to see this Pokemon on this list. Let me know what you guys are most excited to see in Pokemon Legends EA. If you've heard any rumors or if there's anything else that you guys want me to talk about, subscribe. But then also let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll cover it on a future video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.